This is TWiT.
I'm surprised, Kevin. I thought you'd be, for some reason. I have a certain, probably incorrect vision of you. A OnePlus 8 guy. I just thought you'd get that new OnePlus.
The OnePlus?
Yeah.
No,
not an Android guy at all.
Yeah, I dabble in Android, and it's like every year I get super excited. I get the latest Pixel or whatever, maybe,
so
just because I want to try it
it
out. I just, the polish, I always expect it to be the year for Android. I get the device, I install my apps,
it's
and
like
then
Linux. It's the year of the desktop Linux.
There'll be something really cool that comes out on iOS, like some type of new app or, a new product, and then you'll get it on Android and you'll be like, damn, they didn't hire enough Android engineers. This is a crappy version of the iOS version. Yeah. So it's a bummer.
It's that's funny because I feel like the Dark Tipper would want to have like his own ROMs on his phone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess those days are you don't have time for that kind of stuff.
Well, I do still love to dabble. It's like I think I do have a Pixel. It's actually next to my bed, and I use it at night when my other phone is charging.
Is. Yes.
Yeah, and I as part of my job, I'm looking at different new startups and new apps and things like that. So I'm always installing. So I have to have an Android device, and so that's what I use my Pixel for.
Your apps are always iOS only, though, as I remember.
Well, I'm not talking about mine. I'm talking about ones that I'm funding as a venture capitalist, like ones that I'm trying to find to invest in.
But
so
you did that. Was it Oak, the meditation app that you did? Was that what it was called?
Yeah. So Oak was only iOS, and the same with Zero, the intermittent fasting app.
Yeah.
Zero actually has Android now. So
okay. Have you kind of spun those off, or are you still actively involved?
Yeah, so those two are now under one umbrella, a company called Big Sky Health that a former colleague of mine at Dig, Mike Mazer, is running them full time. Oh, yeah. So we've since funded them at True Ventures, which is where I work. And they're doing great. Zero is, for intermittent fasting, has been insane.
It's a great app. I used it for a while. It's really good. Yeah,
we've been doing over 20,000 downloads a day now.
Wow.
And I think we had 55 million fasts done so far. So it's been crazy. It's been crazy to watch that grow.
So Robert, I'm figuring you're definitely a Pixel guy.
Yep.
Finally got one.
I love Google Fi. I think that's probably the number
Google
one
Fi
reason
is amazing.
I use a Google phone.
Yeah.
And for that alone, it's the simplicity of the billing, the international support for travel. I never have to think about it.
So on the first edition of the Revenge of the Screensavers, the 15-year-old edition, you were singing the praises of Verizon. And Kevin chimes in and says, yeah, Verizon's great.
I'm still on Verizon.
Okay.
But I will say I have a Google Fi that just sits there as like my data only option.
Yeah.
And then if I'm going international, like Robert said, it's just like you turn that on, you tether them to each other.
Yep.
And then you just don't even have to worry about it because, the billing and everything is horrible internationally.
I have Fi on my iPad because it works. It becomes T-Mobile, but it works. And I do have a Pixel 4 with Fi. So I agree with you. It's probably the best. It's the best. It's better than the big four.